Son. How we doing? Oops, wrong one. Layout, projector, screen 2, monitor. And there we go. Hopefully. There we go. Okay. Yeah, pumpkin's coming along, to be sure. Just need to get the stemmed up. And I'm a little bit torn as to whether to paint it first or build the Wordgizmo first. Yep. Projects. Projects. Non-stop projects. First, I gotta see if this pinky and this thumb are functional. How's it going, Karen? Whew. So sadly, we have a few boring bits before we get to the good stuff. Wow. That is really printing well. I'm surprised. How's it going, Donna? What's new in the world of you? There we go. I think we are getting really close to getting these suckers perfectly sized. And I cannot frickin' wait for that. I'm wanting to get going with a set of these suckers for years. I think I might actually have it. These bits are really insufferable. Oh, come on. insufferable. Ah, come on, I cut all the little bits on the sides. See, it's smooth. It's definitely smooth. Ouch. What is holding that in there? Little bugger. Pop the tip off my blade. Oh. How's it going, Joey? Oh, damn it. How? How can I get this little bastard out? Nothing is working. I do know a way. I just like to not shred things first. I don't want to break the part. It was you. That little bugger was the problem. I sworn I cut that thing. Yeah. The problem is these nubs that stick up and they latch that piece into place. And as much as I would love to tell the program to not print the damn things, that would be even more problematic. There we go. Oh. It's Ports on this thing are a royal pain in the arse. But I finally got the pinky joint to the right scale. And that has been a huge problem of late. But I think that problem is almost over. Nice. I'm really hoping that my second printer shows up sometime this week. Would be nice. But, you know, gets here when it gets here. Oh. For me, it's all about getting the scaling on these fingers. Once that's done, I also took a look at Gary Fay's stuff, and I looked at some of the areas where his design differs from this one. As far as I'm concerned, he's the master. Oh yeah, second printer. I kind of sick and tired of looking on there like, all right, I'll have this in 24 hours. Oh, that's a lot of time for me to be doing nothing. I'm just sitting around. Well, unfortunately, the Sidewinder is already a pretty big printer, so I don't have to worry about that quite so much. But yeah, I definitely did want another one. With two printers, it'll take me like a week to get all the witch orbs that I need. I can get them printed up and start looking at other stuff. Gotta see what else would be slick and cool and fun. The Sidewinder is 300 by 300 by 500. I don't know if I would call it an addiction, but I'm extremely excited about it just for the fact of if I can think about it and if I can create it in virtual space, then I can create it in real space. And it is ridiculously simple to do so. It hasn't taken me that long to learn the ins and outs of many aspects of it. It's definitely crafting addiction, yeah. No arguments there. This is absolutely a crafting addiction. Actually, right now downstairs, I am printing up the base form for a Witchwood mask, which I call the Branch Wraith. And in about, a day or so, we'll get it up here, we'll cover it with tape, and we'll start Witchwooding it. Hey, Tree Ghost, how's it going? Part of me is also thinking slightly market-wise. If I get some stuff that's good, I might be able to actually sell it. Hello, for breath. What's up? Hi. It's sandpaper. What's up? What's up, Sam? Good boy. Welcome to the craft area, cat. Yeah, the last couple times I've been definitively on earlier. Somehow. Kind of hoping he loops back around. He'll probably just hop down, though. Hi. What are you up to, cat? No, we don't drink the paint water. No. Fuzzy bear. Yeah, I kind of figured I would do a slightly later stream tonight, Ghost. Partly because, later is when I've been doing it, and partly because I took a nap today, so I have a unreasonable amount of evening energy. Absolutely unreasonable. Now, we all do what we can. So I got the Drench Wraith mask. I gotta make another crown with no ornamentation on it, so I can throw witchwood all over it. Let's see if I like it. I have no doubt that I'm gonna love it. The other crown got some layers of Krylon on it today. I ordered 3 more cans of Krylon. Gots to Krylon. Alright. Told myself I was going to do the ones on here no matter what. If this turns into too much sanding and screwing around, though, I will pause and get going on pumpkins. It's a fun course. I'll make sure that everything fits quite well together. On previous ones, I downed the size of this stuff. What am I doing? I already prepared for this eventuality. I just forgot it did. Unplugged it yesterday. It does, kind of. From that angle, it looks like it's got kind of a frowny mouth. Absolutely. No, I will not be spending an hour sanding you. Thank you very much. No thanks. Yeah, my fur balls do it too. No one is eager to hang around when the blood starts. Alright, how about now? Still not quite. How about now? Yes. There we go. Oh, well, let's make sure that is. Still some spots on the rise. Perfect. Completely jointed. Nice. That broke off the stabilizer perfectly. Fortunately, by now, I should be pretty dang fast at building these. How bad is it? Really not bad. Really don't want to clamp this one tightly because it's a gear. So hold it. I've got a small gear here that needs to fit inside this housing. It's a little bit too wide, so I'm just giving both sides a quick sand. Take down some material and let it slide in. The downside is that in virtual space, all these parts interlock perfectly, but then you print them. Of course, as soon as you print them, they change. There we go. Okay, so let's sand it. It's all the stuff they don't tell you about in 3D printing. Just glad I got that Dremel set up. That is taking a lot of work out of this operation. A little tight. Take it down just a bit more. Come on. That should be pretty free flowing. Now we'll see. If I have to, I'll take it down more. Just rather not. This one's pretty good. How about you? That's pretty good. This one usually has a problem going through here. And it doesn't. That is awesome. Got a little bit of a bad print at the top. Nothing deal breaking though. Let's just take the rough off of this. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, it's because it's there. Okay. Good. Pop, pop, pop. Goes through. Good. Super glue that was here 2 seconds ago and is now hiding. Oh, for real? Play the hidey hole game. It was right here. Hey, Rachel, how we doing? Did it fall? No. First thing I am going to do tonight is get a pinky finger going. That will be much faster if I find the super glue. I just did. And then it's time to get pumpkins going. Hey, Dante, how's it going? And then we'll get down the rest of the pumpkin gang and get them going. Pretty good. Pretty good. I just need more of my stuff to stop getting lost. We'll get through the boring bit here. Well, I do lots of Halloween stuff. In fact, I do nothing but Halloween stuff. Currently, I am working on these costume pieces here for my glove. Yesterday, I did my the crown for the Horn King costume this year, and then we're gonna have lots more fun. Because I should have a pinky, and there's a thumb in that other bag, but I don't know how long I want to be messing around with it. Ah, you saw it, Rachel, thanks. Oh, it was one of those Heidi pieces. All right, let's get this going and good. You and you need to be glued. These were 3D printed, Dante's. I just recently got myself a 3D printer and have been going to town with it, though most of my work is paper mache. In fact, until recently, all my work was paper mache. Like that pumpkin there, paper mache. Oh, let's grab the big guy because I feel like shoving off. This guy here, paper mache. It's all mostly paper mache. After my experience with a 3D printer, I would say they are highly worth it if you are a crafter. And that sanding sponge just fell down. There it is. Yes, we also have the spider pumpkin experimental face. And that one's here. And we will work on him some more pretty soon. No idea what I'm going to do with him, but it'll definitely be a good experimental piece. Oh, nice. Very nice. Dragon Queen Peacock. Very cool. Every Halloween I am a giant, monstrous burlap creature. But this year I want extreme grabby claws. And I have long envied the work of Mr. Gary Fay, who makes a business out of selling his version of these grabby claws. And though I would love to buy some from him, they are about $200 a pair. And I would rather spend a little bit more and be able to create my own with a little bit of internet help. Gotcha. Yep, it's probably the kilt slash skirt. Doesn't really matter exactly what you call it. At least in that context, especially if it's fantasy armor. Okay. Hey, Danielle. How's it going? I've got a YouTube channel, Dante's, which is all about how to make all my stuff if you feel like giving it a look out. I've got tutorials on everything. Tombstones, and also we got the witch orbs and the witch bottles, which are probably my favorite project, especially the witch bottle. Hey, adulting is hard. Thanks. We're having a good time with it, especially right now because I think I finally locked down the crazy that has been sizing these bloody fingers. It's about the same here too. I was throwing layers of Krylon on the earlier, and it started to friggin' snow. And I was just like, "What? Are you kidding me? Come on!" Nice, Dantes. I ordered a bunch of large, like, photo backdrops of spooky Halloween scenes to serve as my backgrounds, but I haven't had the chance to use them because the old craft room and setup doesn't really allow for a thing like that. But when I do my tutorials and I do like introductions, I will probably toss them up because I don't imagine it's going to be very hard to film with them. Tea. Man, I should get a kettle up here. That would be so nice. Just sipping craft and sipping craft. Hello, cats. I do love sipping and crafting. Who came in? Probably Madge came in. Oh, it's Sam. Sam, what are you doing? You should hop up again and say hi. Hey, hi, buddy. Oh, boy. Come on. Rain's okay. We've just had such a long winter that I'm just plumb sick of it at this point. Absolutely plumb sick of it. Can deal with it on a normal stretch anytime, but it's had its chance. It can go away for a while. Like some sunny days. Thank you very much. Not that I'm going to see him if my sleep schedule gets all whacked. But that's not the point. Okay, let's get this piece on. Should be there, but it's a little tight because the print there was awry. Nice. All right. Yeah, I get to tell most of my students it's evidence for climate change. It's a little stiff. Because I know when I was a kid, this crap didn't happen. It was winter from November until March. And then it was spring. Now it's winter from like mid-December to April, or till May, practically. It's just bonkers. Getting good at this. Yeah, that is definitely another one. Get a lot of cycles of snow and melt and snow again. That's not particularly fun either. Yeah, it's probably going to be a very, very hurricane season. Extremely so. That's true. I remember when this winter was predicted to be by all the big spots, like, oh, it's going to be a terrible winter, it's going to be super cold, da 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 da, and it wasn't that bad at all. I always hope for light hurricanes. Last time we had what? Puerto Rico was flipping destroyed, practically. Now, no, that does not bode well at all, sadly. You always get higher winds over warmer ocean currents. That's going to be a pain. There we go. Glad I tested that. Prepare for Dremel. Pretty much. In my head. There we go. Figure I may as well have some fun. Also because I am kicking the keister out of this finger compared to the other ones I've done. Taking nowhere near the same amount of time. Queen's generally some good tunes. Too much Queen is occasionally problematic, but I don't think I'm afflicted by too much of it. Hello, Goliath. How's it going? Looking forward to a few days from now. I ordered some zip kicker off Amazon. So I'll be able to cure all this stuff in no time. I saw that, Goliath. Yep, I gotta just get those all assembled. and posted. Looks good. Looks real good. Which is a mighty rock. Alright. I won't screw around with that too much. Let's give that a moment or three to cure. I want to give it a moment or three to cure. I want to do it now. So we'll get those up on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a branch wraith mask to start the work on. Looking forward to that. No worries. Cameras always distort colors. It's part of their nature. Not much you can do about it. Just that, this, and this. And then it's pretty close to good. Well, the attempt is appreciated. Come heck or high water. Then I just need to assemble the thumb and I will have a complete hand. And so far the scaling seems to be working. I need to modulate the design a bit, especially on thumb pieces, a few others. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gary Fay's stuff takes the takes a much steeper angle from the joining to the bottom, and he doesn't have these kind of lips. It's just a straight, smooth curl down. That being said, pop these off. Not hard to take off. Careful. Sharp edges to spike my hands on. Alright. While that continues to cure, maybe I can get something else flying. I don't want that too high because then it will fall and then it will break and then I'll be pissed. So 6,000. Ooh, some water. Do love my water. Alright. Play. This tape should go up there. Hopefully we don't need the vise again soon. Fantastic. Cured. They're not moving anymore, so I'm calling it cured. Now, 1, 2, 3-ish. Let's make sure. Good. There's no fit problem there. We're definitely going to paint them, and these are what I would consider to be proto claws. These are entirely here to get the sizing right. And once the sizing is correct, then I'm going to take the whole model and I'm going to mess with it. I'm going to make the points a hell of a lot more like claws. I've already done it with one of the models, but if the size is wrong, then it won't matter how many hours of other work I do putting in squiggles and cool shapes and whatnot, because it won't fit me. So these are entirely size ones. Hey, Melissa. Nope, this pumpkin is going to be skinless. Going to be just as it is now. The latest methods, I think, look better than a skin. So we're just going to wing it. Skin's good, don't get me wrong, but I want these to look very, very natural, or as natural as I can artistically bodge them. Because the other one's looking good with no skin. And this one is superior to the other one. Alright, and while that cures, whole reason for bringing this other stuff closer was so I can double task this. I got that proto stem on there. It's not as dry as I want it to be, but it should work. Just want to look and see how much tearing away we have on the inside. Very minimal. I'm probably going to need to cut the same back port into him that is on the other one. Ugh. Splash. Quick mixer coming on. And I'll probably need more sauce soon. This is also getting to be old sauce. Old sauce is kind of gross. Pardon. Yeah, this guy is going to be even more terrifying than the other one. I think I need to spray the joints on the other one. I might be able to get away with that in here. It's not too bad. What I want to do here? Let's do for now. For now. Probably ought to do is I probably ought to do this pumpkin like the rest of it was done. Whole bunch of wormies. I'll blend them. He's definitely the first of the new generation pumpkins. I will give him that with bells on. Because after this, I don't think I'm going to go back to the traditional skinned ones. I think this effect is a lot better. Even though it takes a lot more clay. But we have yet to test it from the outset. Hello, Sam. What are you meowing about? Probably gonna have one of the more natural looking stems too. It's cat attention theater out there. Hey, Sam. What's up? Why are you all meowy out there? Hi. Furball, what's up? Blend the edges. For now. For now. If I decide to go crazy with the stem, then I will do it post-sentinel effect, because the stem is going to need to run into other sections of the sentinel. So right now I want to make something good that works and can be modulated at will later on, built into, blended with, etc. But I'll be bluntly honest, I really don't like the crazy complicated stems because they go everywhere and they are a lot of work to get locked in, set, looking good. They are a real pain in the butt. And I will take a simple stem almost any day. It's going to have to start rolling back. That means it's going to need some support in here. No, we'll hold it. Okay. We'll let it firm up like this. So, that means it's time to get saucy. Oh, nice. I have a feeling this stem is going to be very much built in stages compared to previous stems. So. It's fine. Okay, that's also on the back. And now, increase the detail. Hello, Furball. Wow. 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 Whew. Whew. To be honest with you, Juki, I have not named this one. Usually I wait till the end, and then when I'm handling it, holding it, setting up for Halloween, that's when the name comes to me. It's usually when we're barking instructions around, like, "Hey, go get me so," and then that's when the name appears. Downstairs we have such notables as Biggie, Chompy, Hattie. They kind of have to, kind of like a Native American naming convention. Their names are earned by their stories and their expressions and all the other bits. Mr. Mao Furball, what's up? But Fred always takes the masks off, Ghost Rain. I like to keep the masks on. Whew. If I need to make the stem bigger, I can always just build on what I've already got with relatively ease, or relative ease. Gas friend. Oh. Gotta bring my other chair up from the garage. Precious. Something vaguely soft. Should probably wait to see what the rest of his body is before you get name crazy. Don't forget, he's going to be a sentinel. That will suit for now. Hey, Angel, how's it going? Yep, we are. Giving this whole pumpkin thing a good continuous burst of effort. Not bad, not bad. Oh, there we go. Okay. On the off chance that I don't do anything else with the stem. Plan on doing more with it, but in case I don't, the top will have some more texture too. There's our stem for now. Might get more, might not. Probably will. Don't know. All right. Yeah, probably will get more. Excellent. All right, where were we? That should be cured by now, and then some. I think I'm just going to go for simple assembly here. I do them for real. I will not be using any nail heads. Everything will be, ooh, that was lucky. Everything will be precisely fitted and pinned. As soon as this thing is completely together, grab the big boy down. That going. Should be able to lock this piece in as well. Good. Oh. Oh, I love dollar store nails. All right. Have a good one, Danielle. Keep at it for a while. Don't think I'm gonna need any sauce for a while. Clay is likewise good for the time. Here, out of there. All right. Let's make sure here in the back. Step a little forward before we hit you with the fan. There's the thumb pieces, but I'm gonna work on those now. Spray the water. Cleaning off sanding parts. Whew. Sit there. Share that with you. Cure. There it was. This thing needs my paint thinner. Take care, Tree Ghost. All right. Direct the fan elsewhere for painting. Let's hit the broad areas. Hey, Zeno. How's it going? Another fun night of pumpkining here. I'll grab the Sentinel down in a moment or three. Get him done. Mostly looking for spots on him that need another orange blast. This guy needs his whole top. A few detail spots on the face. especially around the teeth. Yeehaw. I can't wait to have this mad boy together. Probably a good 40-50 hour project, not including the drying time. I was in a very similar situation until recently. I finally got the room good and going together. But I know how that goes. I actually brought the big vacuum cleaner up from the garage so that when this project is done, I can give this room a good vroom reset. It was a real nightmare to try to get a project done when you gotta fight your way through the rest of the mess. Yeah, that's all. That's the rest of the coat to the top. Topping them up. Just done that, boy. Still got another one to go. Then we'll get the big boy down. It's only because I got a bunch of projects going at once. And I've already got a massive desk. I probably ought to clear off some more space on the lower desk here. It's just cluttered with garbage that needs to be put back for the most part. See, I kind of refuse to need more stuff. This craft room is already twice the size. Many times, in fact, the size of my old crafting space. If I need more room, then I'm doing something wrong in terms of space management. Don't mind leaving some of that yellowing before the witchwood. It gives a nice little bit of transition color. Yep, all paper clay. Paper clay and witchwood. The only things you need for a perfect pumpkin. And witchwood's sort of optional, but not for me anymore. Always use the witchwood. Okay. Not bad. These guys are just about as orange as they can be. Alright. Let's put them back in the drying spot. I mean, the fact that I've got a ready drying spot is testament to how much room I've got. Why is there air? Should be almost no air in there. Alright, let's grab the big boy. Brushes to the side. Sauce to the back. This bag's getting tossed. Space a quick crumbing. And this. That is some paper mache paste. Keep it covered so it doesn't get too god awfully dry. Actually, let's rack these together real quick. That way I'll know this thing is functional. Should be able to do it with one nail. Come here. How close can I get? Close enough. No, not close enough. That looks awful. Can I do better than an angle? No. The closest I have gotten to voice acting has been to do a read version of Kevin Crosley Holland's The Norse Myths, which I only have on MP3 that I kept because I didn't know if I threw it online if I'd get in trouble for copyright laws and other crap. Looks like I need a new nail. Plus, I'm a teacher, so I voice act a lot at school. Just by doing the job that I do. If you don't modulate your voice tones as a teacher, oh, then you're one of those teachers. I teach biology, arguably. I teach in a school where it is called alternative education. So anybody who is in heavy danger of passing or dropping out of a regular school typically goes there. It's usually for folks who just don't want to do any homework at all. We get them onto a career path. They work with technical education teachers, and we try to give them a save where before they might have just dropped out. It works out pretty well. For anybody who wants to take advantage of it, it's a good program. And some want to take advantage of it, and some want to keep screwing around. So some win, some lose. Yeah, after a fashion. It is it's a damn good job. I like a lot of people I work with. I like a lot of the students I work with. Most of them are pretty slick people. Yes, it is. This is a 3D printed finger extension. I've been trying to get right for a while. Come on. Mostly sizing it so that my great big meat paws will actually work with it. I currently have one. The second one should be here hopefully this week. Maybe. Second one's ordered, suffice to say. I'm hoping that 2 will be enough for me. What are we looking at, Melissa? I see the googly eyes. All right, so let's let that cure, and let's bring the big boy down. It's going to need orange paint. Whoop, don't fall out. Close enough. Don't roll over either. I have a Sidewinder X1, I believe is the brand. And I'm about to get a second Sidewinder X1. Because I really like the first one. Found it to be an absolutely excellent machine. It prints big, and that's what I need. I don't do tiny prints. This guy's pretty much just about ready for whatever dry brush I'm going to give his face. I think it'll be a yellow. Pop all the details. Call it good. And we'll get these shoulders sanded, drilled, pinned. Hit them with some black. Throw some burlap on them. Or other creepy cloth to hide the joint. Just needs a little bit more in the back. Oh. Woo-hoo. The near limitless potential of 3D printing absolutely excites the hell out of me. There is so much you can do with it. I just love the fact that if I can imagine it and create it in virtual space, then my 3D printer will bring it to life. No ifs, no ands, no buts. It shall appear. Yes, yes it is. I want a bright orange for night recognition. And really just want this whole thing to really kind of pop. Every other part of him is incredibly dark. And he is going to need to have some eye draw. Otherwise, he'll be such a dark prop that nobody's going to look at him so much. We did a lot of work on him, so I want people to see him. I want people to see him a lot. It's about all the orange he needs. No other spots really have that yellowing effect. There is a bit of white in there. Of course, I reach in there after I paint around the rim. That's better. Let's see that scrap of white. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to be really careful, though, with the dry brush, because I don't want it hitting the witch wood. So I'll probably use this brush to do it. It's a nice soft brush. I'll be able to keep good control of it, or at least tolerable control of it. All right. Let's let the back of that dry. He's going to need a lot of urethane. That's probably going to take a very long time with him. Could do gray yellow, but the problem with that again is that you're throwing a dark on top of a light. And typically, all dry brushes are a fade upwards in the shades rather than down. We'll see. I'm going to start with a yellow. And go where I got to. There's the porthole for the back of his head. I have a little bit more paint here. This guy won't be hurt if I give him a little bit more. Okay. Wink. There we go. Yeah. And that's a little high up on my pinky. So we need to cut that down. Yep, but I get to try my way first. I definitely do not dispute your paint sense. Oh, should have brought my other clippers. first I want to screw it up my way. Probably end up doing it your way, but until that time. I know I got another set of flat cutters around here somewhere. Gotcha. Yep. Thank you. Drakenfang is a name I came up with when I was 12 and thought it sounded cool. In German, Draken typically means kite. And Fang, I believe, still means fang. But when I was 12, I wanted to be Dragon Fang! Rawr! But, you know, everybody would have that. So it would be cool. Alright, so we need to tie that in now. Kite tooth. Some of my German friends have told me it sounds kind of cool and it's a nifty play on German sounds, but in actuality, it means I was 12 once. And very obsessed with dragons at the time. I have since lost much of my high fantasy joy. Way too many high fantasy books all started getting very samey for me. Alright. Needs to be held on, but otherwise it is a perfectly good pinky finger. Yep, I think that's that one. That's this one. Yeah, I've got to make the back plate that holds everything onto my wrist, but it all articulates correctly. This one probably could be about 5% smaller, but we'll fix that with the back plate. I probably ought to start looking into making the back plate. Also feels a little loose around my pinky itself. Each finger takes about depending on your settings, usually about 10 to 20 hours. Yeah, it feels loose. And I have done numerous reprints to try to get the fitting really, really right. And it is sometimes highly troublesome to get them where they're supposed to be. I think that could be about 10%. No, I don't want to go too low. Another 5% smaller for a better fit on my pinky. And since I got it here, I may as well work on the old thumb for a bit. Still worried about this part and the modifications I made to it. That might be alright. Yeah, I've actually got some craft foam over there. Good idea. A very good idea. We'll gorp with it in a minute or two. First, let's deal with the most aggravating piece of infill. All these prints. These guys always snag on the central structure. Every time I try to print it vertically to stop them from doing that, it never prints right. Oh, I hate this. And again, these are just the sizing fingers, so. Night Ghost! Have a good one. See, the good stuff's pretty much all done. Now we're on to just kibitzing with Prince. I should probably try to do these with a do them vertical again. Use a raft so I don't have to keep trying to pull out these pieces. Spider Pumpkin is going to need spider legs. Want to do those first because he's got a lot more stuff that he's got to have. There it goes. He's got lots more bits. I think the trick with this is twist and pull. This is PLA Plus. Normally I like regular PLA, but I neglected to look at what I was ordering well enough, and I got myself a roll of PLA Plus. Oh. Next thing I'll be experimenting with will be some ABS, though, which will be mildly problematic because I do not have an enclosure for my printer, but yeah, it'll work. It always works. It's gotta work. You know, I've actually been chatting with somebody who's been using ABS in their classroom forever. It says the fumes, there's no fumes that bother him in any way, shape, or form. So I will find out when I use my own. Oh my God. Yep. All right. Holes on the other side. Whew. Fingers have been the most challenging builds of all the ones I've done. This damn gear is always scaled too high. I have to see how we feel in a minute here, because I really don't want to Dremel away at parts for another half hour. That's not a good print on that one. I don't think it'll matter based on where it goes, but harumph. Sure. Good. That's a big old boy. Alright, that's scaled. Yeah. Alright, it's nowhere near as bad as the other one. Nowhere near as bad. What's up? 209. If I can get to school tomorrow around 11:30 or noon, probably noon, I can have all the work done in time for the meeting at 1. It's so friggin' close to being really good. Oh, and you have a little blighter. We're so close. Still giving me a little. Still giving me a little resistance. Alright. I'm not going to spend all night sanding that. Let's grab a little bit of foam. See if we can't pad the pinky. And call it good. I saw it. It's over here. It was in a box. It was right over here. Not that box. There's this box. Oh, box of crafty crap. Where did you go? lots of EPS foam. We're in a box full of Halloween crap. Generic supplies. Cat, where'd the phone go? I know you saw it. Did you take it? It's not in there. Not there, not there. I really thought it was in there. It's not there. Ugh. There it is. I've had this stuff for ages. Ages 6 and up. Thank God for that. Alright, we need pads on the front. There and there. It's got an adhesive back. Let's see if this adhesive back still works. That's much more snug. Let's try front. I just have to slap that on there and call it. That's better. I think I'd like one more pad. Let's see. Cut off this section. Toss it in there. Yeah, in bed. Assuming it stays down on my finger. That's good articulation. Makes me wonder if there's anybody else I can improve. That one is perfectly sized. This one needs the bottom cut. This one could also use a pad. Can't decide where. Front. Yeah, a pad in the front. Not a lot, just a little. That's a lot there. They've got to have something to hold them on. That reminds me, I'm probably going to need some sort of funky whiz-do to grab my wrist here. Probably a big old Velcro band. And then we'll get them far more talon-like. That should also stop twisting to the side as well. Good. Alright, well, the sizing project continues. More apace than ever before. Yeehaw. Good stuff. Alright, it is now probably a little bit after 2:09. So I am pretty tapped out. We gotta wait for that to dry. Other stuff's gotta dry. We got a whole lot of dry waiting before we can add on dry brushing on the pumpkin. Let's see what's what. Yay! The stirring sound of the wash cup. Dun, dun, dun. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you very much for hanging out with me this evening. We got some good crafting done. We got a lot of good building done. Hopefully we'll have the last of the major finger construction crudola soon. Yep, no problem. I have them marked and saw the message. I set it again as unread. So next time I'm down there, it will flash out in big bold text. I will get those up, and you'll be able to say, hey, take a look at my stuff. It's right here. Good stuff. Take care, everybody, and have a fantastic and spooky evening. Ooh. No, just brush has got to go. Set that on there. Let you dry. I may actually paint that hand wash rather than spray. I have a lot more control.